Hey everybody, Matty here with Altcoin Buzz. Happy Monday. Hope your week is off to a great start. We will be discussing Digibyte today. DGB, that project is in the news, as is Cardano with relation to the Shelley summit that's coming up very, very quickly. There's a big deal on crypto.com that's being offered, and you can avail yourself of 50% off on June 30th. In other words, tomorrow. We'll let you know the details there and what that is all about. We have updates with Tael or Wabi, depends on how you may know it. And then, of course, you may have heard that Zilliqa has been mentioned in IMF distributed ledger technology experiments in payments and settlements. So that's very big news. And finally, guys, we'll kick things off at the end of this video with a look at Electroneum and their updates in 3 countries, specifically Nigeria, Brazil, and Turkey. So quite a bit happening today in the news. Let's look at the markets to start things off here on CoinGecko.com. We're up ever so slightly, up 0.2% on the day. That brings us to $261 billion total market cap. As you can see, things are pretty much flat on the day. Projects down a little bit, up a little bit, but nothing too significant on this Monday morning. Bitcoin still in the low 9,000 range, $9,101 with a dominance of 64.1%. At ShashXXX here on Twitter with a great comment on really what's happening in the world of currency, in Venezuela in particular. Banknotes Usecase. This is effectively all they're good for. Not all they're good for, but when hyperinflation hits, there's not really much else that you can do. As you can see, these individuals have so much money in terms of fiat just lying around that is useless, with which they can't do anything, that it's actually more advantageous for them to build crafts, to build purses and handbags out of them and sell those, I guess, to other tourists or even other Venezuelans. I'm not so sure. But just, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars that are literally transformed because they're useless into something that at least has some practical value. So as Shash writes here, banknotes use case, Bitcoin cannot do this. So don't worry about it. BTC beware. Just a fun little perspective here to kick things off. Let's, however, discuss Digibyte, which is making some waves in the news here, at Lunar Crush on Twitter. Digibyte had very high correlation between social and price activity this week. Correlation rank is at 3.8 out of 5 now, but it's gone as high as 5 out of 5. 1 week activity is as follows: 42,000 posts, that's up 65.8%. 75 million engagements, that's up 93%. 2.6 thousand contributors, that's up 34%, and 4.4 thousand shared links, that is up 34.6%. Here's the brief rundown and the table summary of Digibyte as I just described. You can find this information on Lunar Crush and follow if you're interested. Also on Digibyte here, courtesy of Uphold, that's at Uphold INC Inc. Digibyte is now the most purchased crypto by Uphold users in the US after Bitcoin and XRP. So why should it be on your radar? Well, here's everything you need to know about DGB with this article specifically on uphold.com. Digibyte briefing. So this is a little bit more in depth. I imagine that many of you already have an understanding of Digibyte and what it is, what it has to offer. So we're not going to go through all of this. Digibyte, however, in brief, is now the most bought crypto in the US after Bitcoin and XRP. Our coin guru Obol, pictured, explains why Digibyte should be on your radar. Okay, this first paragraph, just in brief. What do I need to know? Touted for years as a sleeping giant, a faster, more secure version of Bitcoin, Digibyte sprang from its slumber in staggering fashion during the height of the disruptive pandemic lockdown, rallying more than 900% to about 3 cents US in a 6-week period through mid-May. Guys, for the full story of all the benefits that Digibyte has to offer, check out this piece in full. It's a little bit more technical and it's a little bit longer, but if you're interested, we'll link to it, of course, in the description below. Okay, moving right along. At AltCoinBuzz.io, what is the difference between Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano? Well, Cardano's IOHK Charles, in other words, Charles Hoskinson, explains in the video below. Our full answer is here as well. You can click that to link to our exclusive interview with Charles Hoskinson, who talks about a lot of things, not the least of which is the Shelley summit coming up, the testnet, the mainnet, of course. Altcoin Buzz is proud to be a media partner for the Cardano Virtual Summit. Stay tuned for the latest ADA updates. And again, guys, we invite you to check the link in this tweet. Okay, and now we have a pretty massive Bitcoin offer available on crypto.com. This is a CRO exchange syndicate special Exclusive at Crypto.com here on Twitter. 24 hours left till our 4th anniversary special. Bitcoin at 50% off on the 30th of June. So that's tomorrow. Sign up for the Crypto.com exchange. 2% deposit bonus for all deposits for first 30 days and 0% trading fee for the first 90 days. Again, guys, June 30th, that's coming up tomorrow. If you're watching this on the 29th of June, 50% off Bitcoin on the Syndicate. Chris Marcellik here of Crypto.com, their CEO. We're extending 3x3 for another 3 months. What this means, no card fees when buying cryptocurrency, 20% back on major brand gifts cards, and 10% on grocery shopping with our cards. The team is working around the clock to resume EU card operations for everyone to take full advantage of this offer, and he's responding to this tweet by Crypto.com. We're extending the 3 measures for 3 more months. Again, Crypto.com app, MCO Visa card, and Pay gift card. Well, Digibyte is not the only star performer in the news. We're now discussing Tael, formerly known as Wabi, and they have a couple of updates that they want to share. At Wabi Token, Wabi on Twitter, the number of Wabi transactions is up 247.42% in Q2 of 2020, from just over 103,000 to now 359,000. This has been fueled by the launch of Project X, expanding our suite of research tools whilst providing brands with increasingly sophisticated consumer engagement and analysis tools. Also here concerning Wabi, Alex on Twitter, recently at Wabi Token. Number 1, approaching more department stores. Personal message me if you can introduce in biggest global cities. Number 2, blueprinted internal tool for image OCR and data correction, more efficient than barcode scanning. And number 3, working on improving purchasing behavior predictors. Guys, these are not small milestones or accomplishments. Just even getting 1 out of those 3 right could be a game changer in this space for a lot of different reasons. Okay, let's now take a brief break from all of these updates and discuss sponsorship, which helps cover production, research, and website hosting costs, as you know. So now a quick word about today's sponsor.
Today's video is sponsored by AAX, the world's first cryptocurrency exchange to be powered by the very same engine that powers the London Stock Exchange. In this tutorial, I will use AAX to explain what long and short futures are by demonstrating a leveraged trade. Please note that leveraged trading presents high risks and is not recommended for beginner traders. Entering a leveraged trade is not the same as buying Bitcoin. Rather, you take a view on the future price of Bitcoin and trade contracts which derive their value from Bitcoin. You pay not only a transaction fee, but also a funding fee which is relative to the number of contracts you purchase and the amount of time you hold them for. Let's say I want to buy Bitcoin on leverage. I'll purchase 10 contracts, which is equal to $10 worth of Bitcoin, using 2x leverage. After I click long, this window comes up showing me my liquidation price. What this means is that if the price falls below $6,310, I will lose the full $10 worth of Bitcoin which I invested into this trade. Now that I've executed this position, you can see the P&L, which shows the profit or loss which I'm in for the trade currently. Using 2x leverage, I'm in 0.47% loss, or 251 sats worth of loss. However, this loss is only realized after I close this trade, or if the price falls below $6,310. And now back to Matty.
Back to the updates, and this time we're looking at Zilliqa, Domin T on Twitter, at Dom Zilliqa. At IMF News, International Monetary Fund mentioned Zilliqa in the PDF file, named specifically, quote, Distributed Ledger Technology Experiments in Payments and Settlements. You can check that out here with the link that is provided. Also describing Zilliqa Lunar Crush. We're coming back to them, I think, for the 3rd time in this video. Up 135 spots over the last 24 hours. Zilliqa has the current #1 alt rank. Price up 8.86% to that's 1.8 cents US. 24-hour social volume of 4,090 social post comments. That is up 80%, and 24-hour social engagement up to 4,732,051. That is up 118.9%. And you can go back to last week's video for more coverage of Zilliqa and their potential involvement in the IMF. But hey, a mention in an official PDF file is certainly nothing to shake a stick at. So kudos to the team on that accomplishment and that prospective, I suppose, partnership. Let's see what happens. And then finally on itedgenews.ng, here we have news about Electroneum. Top 3 countries for Electroneum app-to-app transfer are Nigeria, Brazil, and Turkey. So a few quick encouraging statistics about the way things are developing. You can check out this pretty nifty, I guess, stickered here, or at least sign ETN accepted here. That's encouraging to see. Currently, 1,870 businesses accept ETN as payment for products and services. Check out the full directory at etneverywhere.com, and you can look up whether it's your city, your neighborhood, or what have you. The 280,500 app-to-app transactions totaling almost 1 billion ETN by Electroneum users is a clear demonstration that Electroneum has successfully achieved adoption and real use of its token. Now, users in Brazil once again topped the list in this category with just over 115,000 transactions. Brazil tops the list of Electroneum app users with almost 310,000, as well as the mobile airtime and data top-up category with nearly 73,400. Turkey is in second place with 23,566 app-to-app transfers, and Nigeria follows in third place with more than 22,000 app-to-app transfers. And here's a quote by the CEO and co-founder of Electroneum, Richard Els. These numbers are proof that Electroneum, unlike most other cryptocurrencies, is generally being used to transfer value amongst ETN users, whom are also using our token to top up their phones and pay for products and services with the 1,870 merchants that accept ETN. Well, everybody, that about wraps it up for today. Do be sure you're following us on all the regular social media channels and keep checking back into altcoinbuzz.io for all the latest. Go ahead, like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell, of course, to receive notifications if you've enjoyed today's video. Best of luck, guys, if you choose to invest on this Monday, but have a great start to your week, an enjoyable morning, afternoon, whatever time it may be after you watch this video. Stay safe out there as always, and as always, we do hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.